Hey y'all, this is TCA Gaming, and we're going to have a decently long video. Got a lot of consignment stuff in, but you know, when I say a lot, I'm not talking like 1,000, 2,000. We do have over 100 items. I'm going to show in this one some PSA graded stuff, and then we've got some other cool things that we're going to do too. We're actually going to open up a booster box. I'm going to go ahead and show it to you. It's this one right here. I'm going to open it up, authenticate that it is real, and I'm going to sell it as an opened box of 36 packs. And I'll show you why. We're going to do that at the end of the video. We're also going to be opening up some heavy Japanese base set booster packs, and we'll just start off there. So the only thing that I'm showing you that I've personally bought is this. I have a dual terminal 1 Blue Eyes White Dragon. I'm slowly assembling the Blue Eyes White Dragon sets, or cards for the sets, and there's a lot in it. I'm not pursuing it hard. I'm just hitting them here and there. You know, maybe if I can get 1 or 2 knocked out a week, it'll get there. Some of the biggest ones I have on the English side, anyways. I really don't know how the challenges are presented on like the Japanese side or other languages. I'm not that familiar with it, but we're getting there. I'm going to show a short consignment. This is a smaller one. These are all going to be labeled CS4 in the title, so if that's what you're looking for. I think these start Saturday night or Sunday night. But he's got some nice Aquapolis PSA 9s. The Blissey Executor. And for those of you who are sending consignments, make sure you send some kind of information inside of your package as well as on the outside. I got lucky with this package because while there was no information on the inside as to who it belonged to, the guy had sent an email detailing the contents of what he was sending. And the reason I'm saying that matters is because on the outside, while he had sent me a tracking in the email, there was no indication on the outside of the box of what it was sent. Like where it was from, who it was going to. I don't even know how it got to my front door. There was literally nothing. It was an empty FedEx pouch on it. Somehow it made it to me. I'm very lucky that it did. And yeah, that kind of stuff does happen every now and then. So try to take care of yourself. Make sure you send information inside of the package as well as on the outside. Now this guy right here, he sent a gift along with the consignment items, and it is a Generations pack. And the reason I already have it open is because I'd opened this up hoping that there was some information on the inside as to who it belonged to. But again, thankfully he had already sent a list of the products that he was sending in an email, so that was great. This is also why I try to tell anyone who does the consignment stuff, send me the tracking number in an email, and that way at least I have it on record that you have a consignment coming in, and I can go ahead and get your Google Docs set up. And before we move into other stuff, we're going to go ahead and open up the pack. I think it's pretty cool. I like the Generation set. It's the 20th anniversary. It has a pretty cool card layout. You'll see that here in a minute. For those of you who have been buying codes, man, some of you have cleaned me out. So back when Generations come out, they did not come with a code card. You can see that. The only way you could get it is in like the 20th anniversary collection boxes. And I think I'm down to just like the Mew and the Pikachu. Alright, here we go. I think this has 2 uncommons on the back. Got the double colorless and Graveler. There's an Energy, Pokeball. There's one of the Radiant Collection cards, and then the Rare, and then there's the other Radiant Collection card. So while we didn't get a hit, it's still pretty cool. Like normally you at least get a little something. Like these Radiant Collection cards, they always have these little jewels or something on the side over here. I know with Legendary Treasures, even the non-holos had like this weird kind of like pattern on it, but you could potentially hit like an EX and an EX, so you could have, this is one of the first double hit packs that you could get. Legendary Treasures was similar to it as well. Alright, so that's one consignment that has come in, and I really like these consignments. I know that there's a lot of places showing consignment stuff all the time on their YouTube now, but for the most part, I get I get decent quality, which I like. I do have a $20 minimum, which weeds out a lot of crap. Like say this card right here, this is the first one on the next consignment. Say it sells for $60, I'm still charging $20. Like that's the minimum fee that I charge. So usually it weeds out anything under $100, but a lot of stuff has changed with PSA too. Like, some of these cards like this, or like this Butterfree VMAX, this one's cracked, and I think I sell this card for like $40, $50 by now on eBay. It is kind of cool because it has an error in the label. It's a label from the Japanese set. But this is another thing I want to talk to you guys about. Make sure you're protecting your consignments, because these first 4 cards here were actually cracked, and there's actually 5 cards total that were cracked. I'm going to show you the worst one here in a minute. But this Eevee, it's not bad, but I did want to mention it. It does have a little crack there on the top side. This one has a crack right there. This one has a crack right here. And then this Dark Magician is cracked along the top edge as well. Now, some things are frosting or like natural breaks from where they snap off the case, like that right there. If I can get it to zoom, like that mark there, those are all like just marks that you would get on PSA cards anyways, but these were actual like little cracks. I need to keep these in order and make it a lot easier one to get paid for. But this is one that got destroyed in the order. Look at that. It's a PSA 9 Moltres from Legendary Collection. You can see it just got eaten up. So I told them I wasn't going to sell this one. I thought it was just too damaged. But these other 4 I'm just advertising as cracked. Alright, I'm going to kind of go through this stuff pretty quickly. There's not a ton of super high-end stuff. There are some Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't mind doing that. Same thing with Magic the Gathering. I don't mind doing some Magic the Gathering. It's not something that I prefer too much, but got a Vending Series 3 Sand Slash, got the Magmar, Dark Rapidash, and like with this, I probably wouldn't normally show this consignment on the channel, just because a lot of these cards are, you know, between $50 and $150. But because there's so many, I thought I'd show you guys. Like, there's a really good variety. Got a Reds Pikachu, Japanese, English, low end, high end. And I like having a variety of auctions come through. Gives you a good feel for the overall market. Kangaskhan, Pikachu, Eevee. Yeah, there's a Dark Charizard. Some more Team Rocket 9s. You know, just quality cards. None that are going to break the bank though. Got some Neo Destiny 10s. I just had a light Ninetales get lost in the mail. Actually, it was not lost in the mail, it was stolen. And the guy replaced inside of the box a just random playing deck cards or something. So I'm working with eBay trying to figure that out. I'm not exactly sure what to do. It's the first time in over 250,000 transactions on eBay that I've had this happen. That's a lot of transactions. Just try to think about how much time it takes to list, sell, deal with the buyers. Got a gold star right there. So lucky that it hasn't happened to me before. But at the same time, it's like, come on. Like they replaced it with like some German playing deck cards. Charizard. Gotta keep these things in order. Angle them a little bit. Diamond and Pearl has really hit its stride. Some of the 10s are bringing really good money. And of course, you know, some of these are 9s. I don't expect anywhere near the same amount. But Diamond and Pearl quality wasn't that great. I have 3 Evolution Charizards back to back to back. Got the Reverse Pika. Flying Pikachu, Surfing Pikachu. There's the Shattered Theme Deck foil. Hollow. I start getting in the mode of saying foil anytime I get around Magic cards because that's how they label it. It's weird, like in Pokemon we always put the card name, then we put the card number. You make sure you get the set name in there, hollow rare, you know, if it's something like that. With Magic, like almost nobody puts the number in the title. It's weird. Like to me that's the easiest way to identify, you know, one Charizard from a number or from another is by the number. There's the 3 Dragapults, some promos. Not too bad. And we're going to finish off with a special delivery Pikachu. And all these will be labeled as CS3. I think that's a good... I think I've got them spread out over 2 days. I don't like doing several hundred PSA cards in one day. Maybe 100 or so. But usually that amount's kind of pushing it. I try to do between 30 and 50. Maybe a little bit more. Alright, this next consignment is the one who sent in this fossil box, and we'll go into that here at the end. So he sent in some light fossil art sets. So you get 3 packs. There's 2 art sets there and a first edition art set. And then this right here was actually, it was a blister pack. It was a base set blister pack, but the glue didn't make it the trip, which is pretty common. So he told me, you know what, just go ahead and weigh it out. And I weighed it, and it come in just over 21 grams. I'm just trying to disclose everything. I'll be honest with you, looking at it, it almost looks like it has a little bit of a curve to it, but it could be, you know, just like it may not actually have a hollow inside. So I'm advertising it as a possible heavy. I do show the weights. I don't know if it has a hollow in it or not, but you know, maybe so. And it's been in this basically its whole life, so if it just now popped off, which I'm pretty sure it did, like you can kind of see, like when I got it, like it was just barely hanging on by a thread, but by the time you touch it, I mean, it was just gone. Then the card inside should have, should be okay condition wise. And then also, he sent in an EX Sandstorm blister, which this one did make it. It's got good connection there. You can see there is some shelf wear to the blister, but you know, it's pretty tough to find, and you know, somebody bought it for $1.99. That's pretty cool. He also has a Chinese first edition base set pack. I don't see Chinese very often. It's a near mint 8, whatever that means. I guess I don't know if they count off for the sticker or not, but you know, it's there. Make sure you guys see it. And then there's this. We've got the fossil pack. What I'm going to do is I'm going to save this for very last. I'm going to open up the Japanese base set heavy packs, and then we're actually going to dig into this and see if it is indeed resealed. Got my marker and stickers set off to the side just in case it's not. I hope it's not. I hope that I am dead wrong about it. Okay, so let's start with, alright, so these are the in-between kind of weight heavy, so hopefully the first one we hit a hollow in it, hopefully we hit hollows on all of them, but if we don't, I have extra packs ready to go. So this first one is for Jay Scotty Sun, and I do want to apologize for not getting the video to you by yesterday. It's a very busy time for me during this part of the year, and just finding a little quiet time can sometimes be tough. So, but he says, please shout out my YouTube channel, Jay Scotty Sun, and thank you for everything you do for the hobby, Rusty. I'm keeping my fingers crossed for a Venusaur. So I hope you get a Venusaur. Alright, so that's his YouTube channel. I don't know what else he shows there, but it's probably Pokemon related. Alright, so let's see what we get right here. Turn it around so we don't see the front card. Save a little suspense for the very end. Put it right there. Going to start off with a Ghastly, then Starmie. Got the Pokédex, nice. Got the Pikachu, Switch, Revive, Staryu, Potion, and Raticate. So Pikachu definitely the hit so far. Can we get a Venusaur? Ooh, not bad though. You got a Chansey. Very nice. Look at all that hollow. No Mega Swirl on it. Do have like the little X swirl. You can see that one there. Really cool, man. So congrats on the Chansey. You guys let me know if you get these things graded. That, you know, all the hollows that's being pulled from the Japanese base. I want to see what they're getting like on average, because these cards look to be in really nice shape. So there's your Chansey, Mr. What was it, Jay Scotty Sun? Yeah, Jay Scotty Sun. Put your stuff off to the side, and then we're going to move into the next one. So this right here, I had him change up right there at the end, but this is Cameron, and his shout out was to Ray's wife's husband. You are the light of my life, XOXO. So if I'm reading this correctly, Ray's wife's husband should just be Ray, but maybe I'm misreading it. So you guys let me know in the comments if I am. All right, so he bought 2 heavy Japanese base set booster packs. Let's see if we can get him a Venusaur, a Blastoise, or a Charizard. I have no idea what he wants. So by default, we're going to go with just the normal ones that people like. So we got Switch, Onix, Seal, Bulbasaur, nice. Got the Voltorb, Machoke, Nidoran, Weedle, and Dratini. Okay. Look, I do see a little white dot right there, which is unfortunate. Let's see what you get. Ooh, you got a Mewtwo. Nice. I think that's like the first white dot we've seen on one of these cards that I can recall. Anyways, the centering is good. I can't tell if there's a swirl in there or not. I never really can. I don't see one, but half the time I miss them. Very cool. I always liked that little pink glow that was around the base set Mewtwo. See it? Alright, Ray's wife's husband. This is for you. We have one more pack to go. Unless it's a non-holo. And if that's the case, then you have another pack. Alright, so we have Metapod, Weedle, Dratini, Staryu, Potion, Raticate, Tangela, Voltorb, and Magikarp. No starters. No starters or, Pikachu. And then for the holo, ooh, got an Alakazam. 2 Psychic Pokemon. Very cool. Oh, there's a swirl right at the... Is that an ear? I'm going to assume that's an ear. Very cool, man. Maybe really subtle, but might be a little white dot there. I can't really tell. Back to back though. But nice pull on the Alakazam. Alakazam and Mewtwo. Maybe we'll start seeing some Alakazams again. But thanks, Cameron. We appreciate your business and definitely for letting us open your packs here on YouTube. Now we're going to get to something I've only done one other time, and that was with the base first edition booster box. If you guys remember, I was a little paranoid about it, and when I saw it, even though I got it from a former employee that was pretty trusted, I was like, you know what, we're going to open it anyways. And then basically what I did was I slit 3 sides, I opened the box, pulled all the packs out, looked at them, and then I put it back in, resealed the box by putting this over the edges and just signing it. And I'm going to kind of do the same thing with this one. This box came in on consignment, and I was getting ready to sell it when I had a few concerns about the seal. And this right here is usually a weird kind of seal. It's like real rough and straight across. But honestly, I've seen it before, and like this right here, the wavy is usually good. But it was the same like that. So it was like 2 different types of seals, which kind of threw me off a little bit. But what concerned me was this. Like, this is what the big red flag was. If you notice, that's on the underside, whatever that black mark is, and it goes across the plastic. But there's no mark on the plastic to correspond to it. And there's no way that something would have gotten in there unless there was a hole somewhere else, like in a corner, and then it dropped down in. So to me, that was a concern. And then another concern I had was, okay, so not this mark on the plastic, but this mark right here on the box that's going this direction. I could not find a corresponding mark on the plastic. So to me that worried me, because if the mark is on the box, then it should also be on the plastic. This is kind of same case here and there. So the fact that there is no damage on the plastic that corresponded with that mark or this mark, I wanted to open up the box. Now, like I said, there are ways that it could be explained, but I want to check it out, because if you look at the logos actually look good. I weighed the box, that looked good. The feel of the plastic, like this material, it feels correct. And those are the main things that I was thrown off by. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically take a little box cutter right here and right here. I'm going to peel the flap off, and we're going to see what's inside. And then this will go straight to consignment if I can confirm that the packs look legit, the seals look legit. This one's a little dull. I've been using it. Alright, let's see how it looks. Okay, so that's a good sign so far. Packs are alternating. The seals look good. Don't see anything tampered with. I'm going to pull them all out. Yep, they rotate. Yeah, these don't look like they've been reused, resealed, anything like that. It's typical stuff that you would see on a pack. Plus all of the packs are consistent in the way that they're kind of pinched right here in the middle. So that's good. Check the other side. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18 again. The backs. None of them look like they're popped open anywhere, top or bottom. Great. So I'm actually very happy in this situation where it does look like it's okay. Something could have very well happened. Like, I've actually heard of this happening, I just don't mention it very often, where the seal was actually ripped in the factory and then they resealed it. I have no idea if that's what happened here, but it's possible. I really have no idea. I'm not sure why that mark was there or there. Like I said, something could have possibly gotten in through a small hole somewhere, like maybe back over here, or even from inside. That could have just been something that happened when the box was being put together, because you can see it's like a black mark that's like underneath the flap. So I mean, it could have happened that way. Same thing with the cardboard. The cardboard could have been messed up at the factory itself before the wrap went over it. But usually that's something that you want to check. And if you have any red flags or doubts, then you just need to make sure that you're willing to take that risk before you do something. And as a seller, I'm willing to take the risk to sell this and guarantee it's a legitimate product. So now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to sign all 3 of these, and I'm going to date it, and then I'm going to put it over each one of the flaps. And you guys can always refer back to this if you end up being a winner. It's kind of hard to replicate 3 signatures. And what's the date? Today's 19th. And what I'll do is I'll show you guys, the signatures again as well. And just to throw in a little extra loop, I'll print signature it on another one, so then they would have to mimic 2 types. This is what I did with the base first edition box that I had sold to Mr. Logan. And it didn't actually decrease the price any. Probably, I mean, I don't know if it should or will with the Fossil, but there's a lot of paranoia around the base set box. I don't know how much paranoia there is around a Fossil box, but obviously it was enough for me to run in here and check it. But here you guys go. You can see these are the seals, the direction that I put them, how much flap over there is, whatever. And I'm going to resell it just like this. I'm going to take pictures of it and sell it as a resale box that I checked and verified in this YouTube video. I'm glad that it is legit. And thank you guys for watching and for having patience to listen to 20 minutes of me rambling on about this stuff. I'll try to have more videos out soon. Like I said, it is a busy time of year for me. But as I get in more stuff, I will definitely bring a video, because I've got some good stuff coming in from Heritage and PWCC once that stuff gets worked out. Thanks.